You cannot close the laptop at 9 at night, even when there is nothing left to finish. You check your phone before you sit down on the couch, and then again after you sit down. And you've not eaten a meal without doing something else in months. Podcasts, emails, scrolling. And you told yourself that you would take Sunday off, but you've not. Not the last 3 Sundays, not really. There is a version of you that keeps promising to slow down. But then again, there's another version of you that actually overrides her every day without asking. You know something has to change. You've known that for a while. And you are going to hate what I'm about to tell you, because the only way you're going to create the life you want is by doing the exact thing you've been refusing to do, which is to slow down. And the reason you cannot slow down is not that you have too much to do. Busy is what you tell people when they ask why you are tired. But the real reason is that you've never learned how to be a person without having a task to do. Pushing is not a habit you built. It's what was modeled for you. It's what your mother did. It's what your work rewards. And it is what the women you admire seem to be doing. It's the only form of a life that you know how to live. When you imagine slowing down, not just for a weekend or a holiday, but actually slowing down, you do not know what that would be like. You do not know how to be a person outside of you pushing yourself. This pushing is what makes you legible to yourself. And that is why you cannot do it. It's not because you are undisciplined, because you've never been shown that there is another way. I want to tell you that your body is going to make you stop eventually. That is what burnout is. Burnout is not a mystery. It's not bad luck. It's not a sign that you are weak, but it is your body forcing a stop that your mind refused to allow. A lot of people who come out of burnout says the same thing afterwards, that it reframed their whole life, and that this forced pause did the work that their mind would not do voluntarily, that they finally saw things that they've been unable to see for years. And in that sense, it's not the burnout that's doing something special. It is what the slowing down does. Slowing down or stopping always does that. Burnout is just what happens when you refuse the invitation until your body takes the decision away from you. So here is a choice you are actually making, whether you know it or not. You can slow down now on your own terms in a way you can shape, or you can wait for your body to do it for you in a way you cannot. Slowing down is the voluntary version of what a burnout does involuntarily. That's the entire truth of it. But then again, the reason you keep pushing yourself is that slowing down or stopping, it doesn't just feel unfamiliar, it actually feels dangerous. Because when you stop, you meet what's been waiting. You meet the version of you that has been trying to speak up for years. This one version of you who knows that perhaps the job you're in is not right, or who knows that the relationship needs a real conversation, or knows that you have been living someone else's definition of what a good life is. So you will meet the honesty that you've actually been outrunning. And that's what your pace is protecting you from. So let's be clear, this is not a symptom of you being weak or avoiding things, but it is that you have not felt safe enough to hear what this real version of yourself really have to say. So you've kept moving. And that is what has to change. Not the speed, but the willingness to listen to yourself. You do not have to know how to slow down yet. To start out, you just have to catch yourself. You have to catch yourself in the pushing. You have to catch yourself telling yourself you cannot stop. And catch yourself feeling uncomfortable at the thought of sitting on the couch for 10 minutes without the phone. That noticing is the whole first move. So when we look at it that way, you do not have to fix anything. You do not have to change anything. For now, you just have to see it for what it is. Most of us have been running the same script for so long that we do not even notice when we are running it. So the first honest act for you is to see it running. That is where every real change begins. It's not by you making a hard decision, but for you to pause long enough to notice that there is something going on here and you do have a choice. If you want a place to start noticing, I built one for you. It is called Nothing is Wrong, So Why Do I Feel Off? It's a self-assessment. It consists of 14 questions. It takes about 3 minutes, and it is the smallest structured version of a pause that I'm asking you to make. You sit down and you answer honestly. You read what comes back, and that's the whole thing. It is not a plan for you to follow. It's a stop. The link is in the description and it's entirely free. Let me remind you that the life you want is not on the other side of pushing harder. It is on the other side of the pause that you have been avoiding to take. You already know that though. You've just not stopped long enough to admit it.